Doma Sports Talk, worldwide, with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, the biggest news in boxing right now was the, press conference where Derek Chisora, heavyweight contender, went off, wanted more money for the Joseph Parker fight and wanted to headline the card instead of the little guys, Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis. We were talking about it, did a video about it. Well, Joseph Parker was asked what he thinks about Chisora's rant. You know what I mean? And Joseph Parker, he just straight up said, I can care less who headlines. That's what he says. That's his opinion. I can care less who headlines. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. He said Regis Prograis and Josh Taylor are fighting for unification. That's a quote. He's like, he's fighting for unification. It's up to the promoters and them to figure out who co-main events and main event or whatever. And he also said that if him and Derek Chisora were on their own event, yeah, he would expect it to be, their thing, and they bring in a lot of fans, he thinks, or whatever. But he said it again towards the end. Well, let me quote this. He said, those guys have belts. It's unification. Boom. Told you. You got to roll with Joe. That's why I roll with Joe. You know what I'm saying? If you got hate for Joe, you know what I'm saying? You got to do it. Joe's the kind of dude you got to just hate from afar because you can't listen to him talk, right? Because you ain't got nothing to hate on. You can't really watch him fight because you don't really have much to hate on. Probably was like, oh, well, he probably don't let his hands go. But glad we can't say that, Tyson Fury don't either, right? So, he's got hand speed, not that much punch power, but enough to respect you. He got movement, stamina. He's got a whole lot of things. That's why we was talking. He's a top 5 heavyweight. But let me tell you something. He's also, and this is significant, the man to beat Andy Ruiz. That means something, right? Because Andy Ruiz Jr. is like everybody's the number 1, number 2, or number 3 heavyweight, right? And, Andy Ruiz Jr., a lot of people think he's going to beat Anthony Joshua when they meet again, right? So Andy Ruiz Jr. didn't have an off night against Joseph Parker. It's not like, oh, Andy Ruiz had an off night. No, Andy Ruiz, people think, oh, he won the fight and he had a good fight. That other dude was in that fight. That fight was just a good, close fight. Don't you think Joseph Parker could do that again? That puts him right in the mix. Right in the mix. There was no off night on that night. Right? So that's what I'm talking about. And when you see the attitude, right? The attitude of Joseph Parker, his demeanor, how he comes across, how he fights, how he's handling his business, and not letting all of these other outside things get into his psyche. That's the guy you got to watch. I know he knows he has to do a little bit more in his last fights. He's shown that. Flores and who else he just beat? I forget the guy. Just beat. But, Alex Lepai, right? So he's going to step it up with Chisora, see what happens there. He likes the fact that Chisora comes forward. He can really, it's going to force him to have to fight and show his skill set, which he's done before. But, people need to be reminded. It's good for him, too. But I'm just saying, that's how you deal with something like that. He don't care who headlines. He wants to fight, and to quote him, bring it on. That's Joseph Parker with you. Roll with Joe. Doma Sports Talk. Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.